All right, so you guys were asking for a exercise where you can practice wrist shot, a setup, and something that we can do off the rink with no equipment. And stairs are probably about as good as it gets for that. This is actually a stolen idea from Katie. She mentioned practicing her wrist shots on the stairs. So this is particularly good because it gives you a way you can measure the elevation of your shot. If you go in the rink and just shoot and shoot and shoot, you really don't know whether you're elevating the ball. So we'll try to do more of these later, but just a couple basic pieces. Obviously, this is the shot where the ball is out in front of you, not the one that's beside you that Tom was talking about in our session. So feet shoulder width apart, ball out in front, and you can experiment with different positions of it. This isn't the full reach back, super hard shot. We're just focusing on trying to get elevation and trying to get intentional elevation. So you're actually shooting for stair 2, stair 3, stair 4. So like we talked, or like I showed in those goalie pictures, what we're trying to shoot for is the places that the goalie can't get to quickly. Obviously if we just push the ball forward, we're not going to get any elevation on it. And just, changing the angle of your stick and then pushing the ball forward also isn't going to get any elevation on it. In a wrist shot, if you wind up and swing at it with an angle on your stick, you can get an elevated, harder shot, but that's not what we're doing here. So the way we get elevation on this is we're going to start by just accelerating the ball with a flat stick to get it in motion, and then at the end of the stroke we're going to turn the stick and lift up at the same time. So the first 3/4 or so of the stroke till you're about in line with your front leg are just getting the ball moving, and then as we release and follow through, we're going to twist this to get under the ball, and once we're under the ball, then we're going to elevate the whole thing. So that was my target there. So, and we're artificially close here, so a little bit of elevation at this distance is going to end up as more elevation in a normal shot where you're further from the goal. But if we're just shooting for elevation, we should eventually get to a point we can almost flip this all the way to the top of the stairs doing this. Almost made it. One from the top. Oops. One from the top. Not quite. I need more practice. Need more wrist strength. So anyway, this is what you're going to do. You can also turn around and do it backhand. It's the exact same thing. You can shoot it from there. It's actually easier doing a backhand, but the motions are the same. But don't tempt yourself just to flip it, because if we just flip it, you can get all the elevation you want. We're actually trying to add power to it too, because if you just flip it at a goalie, they can just put up their hand and stop it. So you're trying to have elevation with speed so that you're getting the ball past the goalie before they can react to it. So, and we're done.